Hi guys, so welcome back to Hero Calls. I'm here with my husband. He has a YouTube channel called
Vampire 100.
So if you like watching people play video games, you can go check that out. Huh?
I just got a little bit of game content.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot yet. So this video is what service dog handlers would never say or never do. We are also going to say why they would never say that or do it. These are all things that I've had people actually tell me, and he's heard people actually tell me some of these, and it's like, yeah, then yours isn't a service dog. It always sends a huge red flag. So the first one, is, can my service dog have an order of water? I've had in a restaurant, there was a lady who had her poodle. It was, as soon as she walked in, I knew it wasn't a service dog. It wasn't even working position. It was licking the floors. It was eating food off of people, off of the floors. It was jumping up on the chairs and stuff, and she kept having to pull it down. And it was pulling on the leash. It clearly had zero training. And she asked the waitress, can I have a bowl of water for my service dog? Because he needs water right now. We've been out a lot. Okay. The reason this would never happen, a service dog handler would never do this or say this, is because, one, it is a health violation. That is the first one. They actually brought out a ceramic bowl that they use for their soups to give the dog, and they could have gotten in huge trouble because it is a health violation right there. Number two, service dogs are not supposed to eat or drink while they're on the job, which is why you'll find a lot of service dog handlers like me who will tell them that they're finished with the job and that they can now drink or eat to rehydrate themselves and get back in their fluid. I've given Minnie Bo a lot of breaks so that way he can drink and get rehydrated, because I live somewhere where it's hot. But you would never do it in a restaurant or inside of a store, because at that moment your dog is in fact working. You would do it outside, not inside. Alright, it's your turn.
Okay, how do I say it?
Just say put their dog in the cart. That service dog handlers would never put their dog in the cart.
Put their dog in a cart. Well, I wouldn't say no, because wouldn't that be a health violation?
Okay, all these are no's.
Okay.
These are things that they would never do. All of them are no's. Yes, it is a health violation.
Okay.
And they would never be able to perform a task if they're in a cart. Service dogs have to perform a task, and they have to stay in working position at all times. If they're in a cart, then they wouldn't be able to perform a task. It's not possible for them to perform a task inside a cart. And then if you think about it, food, all these products and stuff go in the cart. Well, the cart may go to someone who is allergic to dogs. Well, now that dog's dandruff and hair and everything is all over the cart, and they then end up getting sick. So it is a huge health violation. Okay, my turn. My service dog protects me, so don't come close to me or he will bite you. This happened when we were in a store and I was walking down the aisle, and the guy turned around and said, "Oh, don't come close to me," and said that. And I'm like, are you serious? Protection is not a task. covered by the ADA. It is not a service dog. Service dogs have to help you with a disability. Sorry, I almost dropped the camera. And, well, that's not a task to help you with a disability. That's protection. It's not a health violation. It's a safety violation right there. Because you're risking other people, and how many kids are going to run up to your dog and go to pet it because they see a puppy? They don't know better yet. And I even get adults who do that with mine. You're going to end up getting someone attacked. It's not a service dog. Service dogs do not do any kind of protection or any kind of thing like that. Alright, your turn.
My service dog provides me with comfort. No, because service dogs don't do for comfort. They do for alerts and something like that, right?
Yeah, emotional comfort is not covered by the ADA. That is a emotional comfort dog, or also known as a emotional support dog. They do not have public access. The only rights that they are given is not by the ADA, by the, I think it's called FA or, and then the H something. It's the Housing Act, and then the flying on stuff at. Basically, a emotional support dog can live in apartments that are not pet friendly, or if you're renting and they charge a pet fee, they cannot charge a pet fee for your emotional support dog. So that is one of the rights that they have. And then the other right is they can fly with you for free on an airplane. That's it. They are not protected by the ADA. They have no rights to go in the restaurants. They have no rights to go in the stores or anything like that. Okay, my turn, which is my service dog has to be in a stroller because it is disabled too. Okay. I'm not going to say a dog that has a disability can't help you with your disabilities, because I know of a lady who her dog had to get its leg amputated, and she was already trained it to become a service dog, and it is a service dog. There's some tasks that it can't do because of its leg, but it still can do what she needs it to. The leg doesn't stop it from being able to do that. But no, a dog cannot help you with a disability if it's in a cart, especially when I experienced it. It was a lady. I asked her, I said, "Is that your service dog?" And she said yes, and I said, then why do you have it in a cart? What does it do to help you with your disabilities? And she said, "Oh, it's fine, it can help me with my disabilities. It's disabled too and has to be in a cart because it's blind." And she had it in one of those little dog carts where it was zipped up. They especially can't help you with your disability if they're in like that. Because they can't get to you. And still, any kind of stroller or cart or anything like that, they can't perform a task. So that is definitely something a real service dog handler would never say or do.
It only took me a week to train my service dog.
Seven days.
Times that by 7, that should be enough.
No. Remember, that's when I went to United and that guy was like, "Oh, it only took me a week to train my service dog," and I just went online and bought a $5 vest.
Money wasting.
Okay. It takes 2 to 3 years to train a service dog. A week is not long enough to learn all the obedience that they have to learn. Plus, they also have to learn tasks. That's definitely not enough time for any of that. And so that's why I thought that was really funny when he said that, because it's like, and I told him, I said, then you know your dog's not a service dog, right? Because service dogs have to be task trained, and your dog's not task trained because it takes longer than that. And he said, oh yeah, I know that. My dog knows lay down and sit, and that's it. And that's when I told him, I said, you know, then it's if you get caught faking your dog as a service dog, that's a federal crime. It's jail time. And if my phone was acting up Terry soft and weird.
I have to stare at it and make it work.
My phone just stopped. My recording just stopped on me. So what I was saying was, it is a $55,000 fine for faking a service dog. Is it really worth it at the end of the day just because you want to bring your dog with you? I mean, first of all, you're risking people's lives. Because, one, they have a lot more access issues. Two, people that just don't know are listening to you, and you allow them to pet your dog and and talk to your dog and stuff. So then they're getting that that's okay, so they turn around and do it to a legitimate service dog. 3, so many service dogs have been attacked due to fake service dogs. So your dog hasn't been through all the training, doesn't know to ignore other dogs, and may end up trying to distract that service dog. Plus, they may end up attacking that service dog. And then that person doesn't have the service dog to help them when they need it, because you just put them in danger. Then you're risking going to jail and risking a $55,000 fine. I don't know about you, but I know about me. I'd rather spend that kind of money on my medical bills and my meds and that kind of stuff, not on a fine because I couldn't leave little Fifi at home. So, just leave your pets at home.
Well, I guess we know exactly what's next on the list. Netflix and chill. Alright. All you need is to register your dog as a service dog. Since when do they have applications for dogs?
You know what we're talking about.
We're talking about service dogs, but is it really a job? How do they pay the dog?
Treats? Food?
He's a very good soup on his peanut butter flavor. I hope it's okay.
I married a comedian, by the way, if you can tell. He's... Service dog registries are not real. They're not legit. It doesn't say your dog is a service dog. I someday will show you guys one reason they're not legit on another different video. I was at my friend's house, and I'll do it the same way I did with her, and we were just talking about it, and she was like, I don't believe you, they're real. And so I took a picture of her little lamp that she had on, and she's like, what are you doing? And I told her, I said, I'm gonna prove it to you. So I went on the site, on a service dog registry site, and I registered her Lamp as a service dog. The only questions it asks is, what is your name? First and last. What is your service animal's name? What is their breed and what is their age? That was it. That was all that was to it. They're not real, they're not legit. No one can ask you for ID or anything like that. If they do, they're breaking the law. The only thing they can ask you by law is, what does your service, is that a service dog, and what task does it perform? A fake service dog handler 99% of the time doesn't know how to answer that second question. The only things you really need is a doctor's note and training records, and no one can actually ask you for that. The only people who can ask you for that is like the Department of Justice. If you are accused of being a fake, you can go up there with your doctor's note and training records and prove that it is in fact a service dog. Your turn. Oh wait, that was your turn, right? Yeah, that was your turn. My service dog has to eat at the table with me. Okay, we just went over.
We need an extra plate here.
We just went over the fact that service dogs don't eat when they're on the job. They eat when they're off the job, and they drink when they're off the job. Meaning they don't eat or drink when they're in the store or when they're at a restaurant or any of those public places. That's when they do not eat or drink. They eat outside of the facility that they're in working. Eating at the table is a health violation. Service dogs are supposed to be tucked underneath your table, laying down at all times. When I experienced this, it was a lady with her dog, her little dog. And I'm going to say this, I'll say this 1,000 times. I have a small service dog. Any breed and any size can be a service dog. But her dog, she asked them for another plate, got another plate, and split some of her food with her dog, and was giving her dog people food, which really irritated me, because some of the people food that she was giving her dog is not safe for dogs to eat, and could make her dog sick, extremely sick.
Is that the hazmat people I see?
Okay, your turn.
Alright. Is this one?
Mm-hmm.
Right. A service dog handler would never food or water.
Never
Is that supposed
give
to mean
food.
feed?
Yeah, never feed or give water.
Okay, or water their dog in a restaurant. I think we already been over this. It is a health violation.
Okay, we have, I guess I have this multiple times on there because I have seen this so much. I have also seen a little chihuahua jump out of a lady's purse and run into the kitchen.
I guess he wanted to check on the chalupas.
At Taco Bell.
He wanted to check on the chalupas.
Which was kind of, I mean, I tend to get mad at people who fake service dogs, and then sometimes, depending on the situation, I laugh about it. That situation, I laughed about it because if you think about it, it was a chihuahua in Taco Bell who ran into the kitchen. Again, a chihuahua at Taco Bell.
Do they get it for free?
So, I mean, it's not funny, but it kind of is when you think about the situation. I was pissed off when I was there. The especially when the lady came out with the dog, the manager handed it to her and said, can you please control your service dog? And I'm like, that's not a service dog.
Where's the on button on this thing?
Okay. So this is the last one. And it's okay. He's friendly. Sorry he jumped on you though.
I'll pay for your medical expenses.
Okay, that part was him adding it. The dog did not jump on me, but I knew it was a fake, and it was a big dog. So, and I could tell it was fake, and I was keeping my distance, and I was in a different area, and I kind of looked over there because this lady was screamed, "Get down, you're hurting me." The dog had jumped onto her, knocked her down. She was an older lady, and scratched her. And the guy, that was his response. "Oh, it's okay, he's friendly. Sorry he jumped on you though." I'm like, are you serious? And it had this vest on that said service dog. Well, then the lady goes and gets the manager, and I'm still looking, because I'm in the clothes department, I'm looking for my size. And here comes the manager, and the manager asks, "Is that a service dog?" And he says yes. And the manager did handle it appropriately. He said, "Well, your dog is acting out of control, jumped up on someone and knocked them down. You need to leave, because we can't have a dog out of control here." So, that was the last one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!
That last dog, should it be a boxer hound? Because he literally knocked somebody out.
No, it was the type of shepherd. It was a Dutch shepherd.
Ah.